What's up everyone? Welcome to a new market update. Fresh new week, fresh new camera, fresh new winter season as it's snowing outside in the Netherlands when I'm making this video. As you can see, we're still improving everything. I even got a fresh haircut, beautiful, but we are into alt season and this video will give you information on how to move in those markets. We are also going to discuss Bitcoin, Chainlink and Ethereum, as those are literally the most important altcoins or cryptocurrencies to watch during this alt season. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath and also like this video. We're growing really fast, thank you for that, but we can still grow further so we can develop more quality content. Let's get to the charts, and the first one I want to discuss is Bitcoin. I've not been watching the charts too much the past few days. I've been busy with the cats of my parents, as you know, on Twitter. I've been posting that a lot, and Rosie is still outperforming all of you. I'm also debating whether I'm going to make a YouTube channel with them. But what is Bitcoin doing currently? Well, the first thing that I'm seeing right now with the markets is that we're just consolidating and making a chopperino. So we're just making a sideways movement, which is the best nature for altcoins to start moving. So what do we see in this entire construction? Not much. We had issued or made the critical support zone, we've got the critical resistance zone, and we're just moving in between. So the support zone that's holding 56k, that's just clearly the level that we should be holding on to. Even when we are moving upwards here, this is the level that you should be looking at for longs, but also to see whether we can survive that level to see further continuation. So if you do not have any entry at all in this region, you are still patiently waiting for that entry to come. If it doesn't come, you move on to the next one, very easy. But in this case, we can see that we are holding critical support zone. If the critical support zone is lost, we're going to look at anything around the 53k zone as the next critical support level for Bitcoin. Right now we are into resistance. Most likely we are just going to continue chopping. We get a breaker, and then the real breakout most likely happens towards the next level of interest, which is around 68k. That's the Fibonacci extension that we can derive. Then once again, it's not about the breakout. It's not about being above this previous high to see that we're making a new all-time high. We are looking at a flip of the previous all-time high, as if we do not get such a flip, we're going to look at a similar construction as that we have here. In the previous weeks, we've seen a breakout above 58k, which fell. So price dropped back into the range. Most likely, if we can't hold 62k, we're going to do the exact same and have a further sideways chopperino. So where do I trade my Bitcoin? I do trade on Bitvavo. Yes, it's sponsored. I've partnered up with them. But Bitvavo is one of the best exchanges in Europe. This is the Dutch version, but you also have an English version. If you click on the link beneath, you can easily make an account there. It got about 60 cryptocurrencies. It's one of the fastest in cash outs, deposits, everything that you can do on there. It got euro pairs. You can even stake your stable currencies, cryptocurrencies on this exchange. By far the best user experience, as well as it's a very easy to use exchange rather than Binance, which I'm also using, but it's way more complex, especially if you're beginning into this world. And they're going to add way more cryptocurrencies in the coming weeks as well. So definitely look out for Bitvavo, which you can find beneath here. Then we've got to discuss altcoins, and we have to do a bulletin on those things. You can see it around. We've seen it with MITH, we've seen it with AXS, we've seen it with STX, and even WRX moving very fast. How should you approach that? Well, in general, 99% of you should not be buying anything here with MITH, should not be focused on this at all. If something is moving like this, or PundiX, or Holo token, or anything that's been moving very, very fast, you should not become interested in it. yes, if you look at this chart, it's just starting up a bull cycle. I know. But should you then just buy blindly? And in the meantime, it's literally snowing amazing. No, you should be focused on looking for good entries to take the entry or the buy on, because historical price action is key. And right now I might sound foolish, because if you're going to ape in, you probably make money, but once the market starts to shift, you'll be happy by deriving those entry points, as your losses will be lower than when you're just aping in. So if you look at this daily construction, if you buy here, where are you going to put your stop? Somewhere in this region. That's just a drop down of 60%. That's just not undoable. So therefore you're going to make those levels that you want to take the entry on. One is this previous high around 130 sets. Then we've got this block around 110. That's literally the levels you have to watch on the daily time frame. Then we're going to add the lower time frames. We can look at this high here. Not sure whether we have some on the lower levels, but we've got a few more regions. Then the 1 hour time frame, we can see that previous price action order block gave a beautiful bounce. This bounce is, I guess, like 50%. Gave 37% bounce, and now we see that we're failing through. So therefore I'm going to look at any entry point in this region here, and I'm going to update this in the coming days. So how are you going to derive this? Well, what we see in this case is that we've derived those levels on the downside based on the daily time frame. So therefore we can call those swing trading entries. If you get a retest there, you want to get a swing trade going. The upper versions, we've got only 4 hours. So the upper one is literally one for day trading opportunities, just like the bounce we gave on the 1 hour time frame. And the lower one is day swing trading opportunity, as you've derived it on multiple levels, and it's also really getting close towards this level on the daily time frame. This one is most likely not getting a test, and this is a bullish construction. This is the region you want to get for swing trading. This is probably a tryout for any day trade at all. I'm going to update this in the coming days, but this is giving you some information on how to derive those entry points if something is moving really fast, because avoid FOMO. Then Ethereum, yes, it's not Ethereum, it's also not Ethereum, it is Ethereum, here, yes, Ethereum, right. Next time people ask something about it, it's Ethereum. If you make something different about Ripple, great. Tron also, Ethereum is Ethereum. Double E, not an I, great. Well, what do we see? Ethereum has bottomed out in general. It's facing resistance now. This entire region here seems to be a resistance zone. And I do not assume that we're going to have a continuation in general, but what I've discussed previously is that this drop down didn't really lose the support, right? So we do see that it comes below the support, but then it immediately flips back. So the sell pressure is avoided, and therefore we can see a reversal, which has happened in this case after the green zone just found a support. But usually when we have a run up, we get some period of consolidation. So therefore I'm assuming that anything in this region, as this is the previous high, anything in this region will probably become a support. We have some more sideways action, and then we start to have a compression and further upside. But the key point is that we are making higher lows, higher highs in this case. Given the fact that there's new fundamentals coming in, new upgrades to the platform, I'm assuming that we're going to have a very big breakout of Ether at some stage. And then when Ether runs to like 0.6 Bitcoin per Ether, I think everybody will be shouting for Altseason. Probably many new people jump into the markets, and that's usually the moment the market is going to shift. Either way, right now it's looking really good. I think we're going to have some more consolidation before continuation, all in all. Chainlink is most likely bottomed out, as we have a nice bottoming construction here, and we're currently just facing resistance zone. So this area is resistance zone. We might be getting another test, make a higher low, and we can see a similar construction as that we have here. So I'm assuming that Chainlink is getting really close to a bottoming construction based on the Bitcoin pair, especially given that it's just facing those two moving averages as well. As you know, these are the only ones that I'm doing anything with. So in this aspect, I think that Chainlink is going to make a retest lower, or when it breaks to 100 DMA, this is going to be the retest. Once it does, I think from June onwards, I'm assuming that we're going to have a very, very big breakout, and Chainlink is going to run to $75. So the construction is lower highs, lower lows, but right now we've got similar lows, and now we are starting to make higher highs, so we have to make such a construction. And once we do, you want to be in, because an impulse wave is going to make Chainlink run fast. That's the update for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and tomorrow I'll be back with a new update. And right now the sun is shining. I'll be back, and do not forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.